Today on Scissor Boy, Heather Wenman is going to be introducing us to Brennen Demelo from Brennen Demelo Studios, who's going to show us some pin setting techniques and some techniques for exploding texture on the runway. Let's see what they do.
Hello, my name is Heather Wenman, and I'm here in downtown Toronto.
Hello, Heather.
Hello, nice to see you again. Tell us a little bit about your new business and how long you've been here.
Well, I just recently moved into a new location downtown Toronto, which is 316 Adelaide Street, right in the heart of the downtown
Right here?
core.
Yeah.
And basically what we're running is a multifaceted conglomerate out of here, and we're incorporating lifestyle, hair, and fashion all together. So basically now you have as a one-stop shop.
We're going to be seeing one of your theme looks for this season, at least one, maybe two.
Yeah, I'll give you one and then more of an interpretation as into what you can do when you're on set working a little bit of editorial. Well, like anything, the base of hair always starts with a great set. I mean, you know that.
Great
I
set.
know that.
Foundation, great set.
I mean, you have to, and the start of that foundation is using the proper products to achieve what you need to use. So on my model here, Rose, who also plays as my #1 assistant and my backbone and not only my guinea pig for everything that I have going on. So
and she's a lovely little guinea pig, isn't she?
She is. So basically I've taken a traditional pin setting technique, as we can see, and
that is definitely back in the day, but it looks different to me.
It does, because if you can tell, when I'm just working through the front, I've gone through and I've pinned in this way, creating more of a zigzag shape as opposed to a finger wave, and using small sections. And what I want to do is creating an exploding texture. So what we're going to find, and what we are finding now a lot on the runways, is you're finding the combination of smooth to rough, whether it's happening from the front, from the sides to the back to the front, or from the front to the back. You're seeing the combination of both textures, which I find is
so
really,
the smoothness is traveling and then the roughness is explosion.
Yes, so I'm just going to kind of go through here and basically just pull these pins out, and I need a tail comb. So as you can see, basically the technique is, as you would almost pin setting or finger waving, you want to create the motion of where you want the hair to go. So your first one, we want to create flatness in the front, and then I want the hair to push this way. So I'm going to actually take that, very simple, set it with the pin, and then I'm just going to rest my tail comb right over top, lay it flat, and then take another pin, which I have right here, and just lay it right over top.
I'm just getting a close view of that. So they're just stacked right on top of each other.
On top of each other, and going in this way, and then on top. But as you can see, to remember, I have the pins going in the same way. So what you want to do, like you would create a finger wave effect, you want to do the exact same thing with your pins as you're going in. So we want to create the hair to push this way. So if we're pushing the hair that way, we're going to set the pins in this way. As we get to the midsection, I've set the pins the opposite way, so now I'm pushing the base. So now I'm actually creating and re-simulating natural movement in the hair. So now we're getting Victorian with the new setting technique, so we're getting an absolutely fashion-forward texture that we've come out with. And that is the actual technique right there, just overlay, that I've used to create all the way through to the back. And as you can tell, when I'm pulling out the pins, I'm still creating mass amounts of volume, but I still have flatness at the root.
That's amazing.
So yes, and as you can tell, what I'm trying to create here is I want to create some sort of flatness through here and almost create like a rippled effect, which we're going to create some movement through here. And then I have a piece which has a really cool setting technique on it itself that we'll touch on a little bit later, and how we can take one look, hide this, and then create something totally different in a matter of minutes. And sometimes we only have minutes when we're working on set.
We know all about that. And you're using a boar style brush?
It's just a boar style brush. So now as you can see, I've created just a mass texture of element through here. But now I think the best way to really enhance this texture is to reduce what is happening on the sides. And because we're seeing a lot of different combination of textures, now I'm just taking which is like a serum, and I'm using a serum as opposed to a gel. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go through and literally slick throughout the sides and slick down
And forcing that energy.
and forcing the control, because I want to create the explosion of texture through here. So I'm going to create that flatness, and then I'm going to take my boar brush again, because I've used a serum now as opposed to a gel to create the look. Now I'm not limited in the amount of time I have to work, because we
Great.
know that the gel has a holding factor, yes, but it also limits you on how much you can work. Where a serum will give you the same amount of reflection that a gel will, but now you have your pliability time that you can actually go in and then take it and be able to really
Sculpt that hair.
sculpt the hair in order so that we can create.
So it's not only what we use, it's how we use what we
It's
use,
very
right?
important. I mean, we all know that it's very tough to work on hair that is maybe a little bit stubborn, and if we're not using the right products in order to recreate what we have, then we'll never be able to achieve a look that we're trying to achieve. And as you can see, you know, we're looking at fashion today. It's a very androgynous approach. You're getting a lot of boy girl, girl boy, and you can't really tell what's what. I think it's amazing because it opens up doors globally for men and women to be reintroduced to fashion and not have any limitations. And that's why I love doing editorial work, because you could take something like so and just maybe will eliminate this.
Nothing happens without having a little bit of homework in the back room. So
Yes,
tell us about your hairpiece.
Well, my hairpiece right now, and I'll get into the set of it afterwards, but as you can see, we're just using a hairpiece, and I want to create a soft cotton candy-like texture. And I'll give that to
Cotton
my
candy
model.
light.
Airy, very free. And I'll just show our viewers, basically, at home what is going on. And you can see the beauty behind this set, because it is a very, you'd say that's very unconventional. You wouldn't see that every day.
Unconventional, not every day.
And then you're just pulling through and you're working that texture, and you literally want to bring that to life like so. And that's done by pin setting,
These are long pins.
which is a long pin, and basically you're just going to pull that up through, pull that pin through like so.
So tell us just how that was put on the pin.
So now we're taking...
Can I help?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just hold. So now we have a very small piece, thin sections for tighter curls, bigger section for a looser zigzag. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to open up your hairpin like so, and you're going to come through, and you're going to start, and you're basically going to interact and work it through
As a zigzag.
as a zigzag. And then when you get closer to the end,
Brennan, that almost looks like knitting.
it is exact. I sometimes feel like I am kneading. But it's great because you could do this. Let's say you took a hairpiece and you took a long coat hanger and you extended what this was. And maybe this is a long coat hanger and you took a long extension and you did this. You have one look, because after you pin this in right through here and you set it through the top.
So you take another pin and put it in the opposite
and
way,
you
right
pin
down the center.
Down the center, which holds it. And when you're starting off with a smooth texture, you end up with a cleaner set, like so. But let's just picture this on really long. This to me almost represents like a herringbone type braid. So
Yes,
you could
herringbone.
you could take your set and actually work with that and use this as a tool, as a look, and then pull the set out, and then you have a completely different look, which is what's going to happen through here. And then sometimes,
You might leave some of the raw texture
well,
in it.
you want to see where maybe that texture has kind of come from and where we're going to create it. And then I'm just going to incorporate it.
Wow.
I've learned finally not to open bobby pins with my mouth. It was a long, long turn.
Yeah, that's
long
it.
thing coming, but it's definitely actually made the process a lot quicker.
I love this haute couture look. This is awesome. She could just walk down the catwalk and this would really, really make a statement.
Absolutely.
We'll get a couple more angles of this.
And you get the whole combination of you're faking the look because not everybody might not be into shaving their head or creating that really sleek look. So using the proper products, proper setting techniques, you can fake a lot of things to really create an overall look that is interesting and intriguing to hairdressers.
Okay, as you're explaining that, I think that it's an exaggeration of the truth. So you're actually creating something that isn't there, but it's a bit of an illusion. So you really have to get yourself out of your own box and think of sitting in the audience, right? And then looking back.
Yeah,
But, well, you have definitely inspired me. Is there anything you would like to add to the viewers?
The one thing I would like to add, art is the ability to see invisible things. And as an artist, whether you're a painter, a sculptor, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, just listen to your soul, listen to yourself, and really create from what comes within and be your own person. Take elements from what people have set along the way, but really try and come up with an individuality to your art, and it will let your signature know as who you are as an artist.
Well, Brennen, you're truly an artist and you're truly a wonderful person with tremendous passion. I have been inspired and I hope you have. Well, that concludes another episode for Scissor Boy. Thank you for joining us, and snip, snip.
Hi, I'm Gino Stampora, the 2009 inductee to the NAHA Hall of Leaders. And you're watching Scissor Boy, and I'm excited about you being here. Snip, snip.